Okay, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick video on the boat building process for BDO. This is going to be specifically for the Epheria sailboat. Well, first off, you're going to need to invest in the buildings so you can actually hire workers and all that, and you're going to need to buy the shipyard. So the shipyard's going to cost you a couple contribution points. Real quick, you can get contribution points by turning in the dishes that you get from cooking. Real easy way is just cook beer, which is just wheat, mineral water, sugar, and leavening agent. So cook those in your AFK time, and you'll get a dish that will give you contribution experience or contribution points. It's dish with poorly prepared ingredients, and you can right click it and it'll take you to the NPC, which will give you the contribution points so you can invest in the Epheria buildings. So you can get the shipyard and level the shipyard all the way up. And also you're going to need lodging for your workers, because you're going to need workers to manage crafting and then have them work on the boat with like materials that you're going to be collecting. You can have up to, I don't even know, I think I have maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 workers working on this boat right now. Now you can have more, just as long as your lodging is right and you have enough silver to pay for workers, which is, that's not too difficult. But let's get down to it. Let's get down to the materials. The first thing you're going to need, we'll start from the bottom up. The first thing you're going to need is flax fabric. The flax fabric you can get by processing flax. If you want to gather it yourself, I would recommend going here to Costa Farm right next to Heidel, investing in this, and you probably want to get the wheat node and the flax farm too. So you would just want to like put a contribution point into this, and then have a worker from Heidel collect it, and then just have it stored up in your storage. And you're gonna need to process it through grinding. The flax will turn into the thread, and then the thread you will also need to process that into the fabric, and that's how you get the first ingredient at the bottom. The pine plywood, this is actually really easy and is also connected to the standard timber square. Steel I'll do after. So pine plywood and the standard timber squares, you can get both those in Trent. And Trent is this city over here. Now you just want to take an axe. And go around Trent and chop down all these trees. You'll get pine logs and regular logs. You're going to want to process the pine logs into pine plywood eventually, and then you will also need to do the same for the logs to get the timber squares. Now you're going to need to do a lot of gathering for this if you're going to do this by hand, because you are going to need 800 standardized timber squares and 1500 plywoods. Now in order to get like a high energy pool for you to do this, just talk to all the NPCs that you can in all the cities. Try to gain as much knowledge as possible, so your overall energy pool will go up. And that's how you get the standardized timber squares and the pine plywood. Now the steel is actually, in my opinion, I think the steel is probably one of the easier ones to do. So Calpheon is right here, Heidel is right here, and the way I do it is I get my coal from Keplen, because you're going to need the coal for the steel, and I get it from the Keplen quarry. And then you go over here to Glish, and this also has a iron deposit right here, and Heidel also has a quarry, which is the northern Heidel quarry, and you can also get iron from here, and you can melt that down into shards and then combine it with the Keplen coal, and that's one way of making steel. You can run trade wagons from Keplen, from Glish, all the way back to Heidel, so you don't have to be like moving back and forth and all that, gathering all these materials. But that's how you would do it. You also want to heat up the melted iron shards from the iron with the Kepler coal, and then you get steel. And then you can also have the workers work on this while you're AFK fishing, AFK grinding. You could be, you know, whatever, working out, doing whatever you want to do, while the workers are there slaving away, working at the boat. Now, okay, the sailboat, the design sailboats. Okay, so you're gonna need 20 of these. You can only get one a day, so this is gonna take you at least a minimum of 20 days, at the shortest. It's gonna take longer than that because the workers actually need to like work on the boat itself. But the designs. So you can get one design per day from Filiberto Falassi in Port Epheria. He's a little goblin. He's right here. He'll give you a daily quest. You just have to take 2 cargoes from right here all the way down to the wharf to this NPC. I'm pretty sure it's this NPC, and just drop them off. You have to take them one by one, but it's a really simple quest, and he will give you the option of choosing either the Epheria Sailboat design ticket or the Epheria Frigate design ticket, and he will also give you a third option of using claiming a gold bar. My bad, claiming a gold bar, but you don't want to do that if you're trying to make a boat. You just want to get the whatever design you want and go for the workers to like hand it off to them and so they can work on it. I chose the Epheria sailboat one because this is a guide for the Epheria sailboat. So that's how you get the tickets, or like these little design tickets. I hope that helped. I kind of sped over the contribution point thing, but I mean, it's pretty easy. If you want to get a cooking tool, you can talk to like a life NPC for like a small cooking tool to get into that, and then put it in your house. My house is in Heidel, so I have a cooking tool. Started off small. If you're just beginning, so this is just like a quick kind of like Epheria sailboat guide. So, all right, get out there and kick some ass. Good luck.